What's going on, social media socialites? If you're watching this on the replay, this is a live. I just finished doing a vlog, and I said, you know what? I don't want to finish for today. I want to go live. So I decided to go live and have this delicious, beautiful salad. What's going on, Conscious Ether? How you feeling today, my man? How's everybody doing today? I just decided to go live and it's in the middle of the week and have dinner with you guys. And I'm trying out some new equipment. I got some new equipment. You guys will see it from today's vlog. It's so hard to see the comments from way over there. Hi everybody, how you guys doing? It's so good. It's so good. I made a carb salad. I made a carb salad. A blackened shrimp carb salad. It is so good. It's so good. You guys will see it in the vlog. Matter of fact, my phone look like my phone's about to die. It's so good, guys. I use MCT oil for dressing. And I got my, you see that? I got my Diet Gold PT. It's right here so delicious. Today's been a very good day. Like I said, I was vlogging today, and I'm going to finish eating this, and then I'm going to finish that vlog. I'm gonna have to finish. I'm not finish it, but finish editing that vlog. All right. So somebody said that they opened their business about. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's hard when you guys give us when you guys give out long messages. That's hard to read. I know most of you guys might not do live, so you might not see or know how it goes. But when you guys give long messages, they get cut off. It's not really designed for that. Let's see if I can bring this closer to me. Let's see how I can do this, bring this closer to me without this thing falling over. I'm using a new Gorilla Pod. There we go. Since I'm gonna do this, let's go on and do this right way. Let's go ahead and see who's all in the building. So Conscious Ether was the first one. Conscious Ether, you have been the king of the notification squad, my man. I appreciate you, man. Conscious Ether, make sure that you share this, man. Share this in all the conscious and the Black conscious community. Share it there. Share it in the kinetic. Share it in the melanin. Share it in the melanin group. Matter of fact, Conscious Ether, you the first person to comment, but I don't see many shares from you, my man. Conscious, and I assume Conscious Ether is a man. You could be a woman, because Conscious Ether, it is, you know, it's cisgender. You can't really say whether that's male or female. So Conscious Ether, are you a guy or a girl? So I want to make sure I say anything incorrectly. And I see you laughing. Don't be laughing. And don't be giving me no laughy faces. But you the first person to comment, and I appreciate that. But do you share it? Because, you know, you and I are part of the same conscious community. And I don't be seeing you be sharing them. 100% guy. Okay, appreciate it, Conscious Ether. I assume that you were. Okay, I wanted to make sure, because Conscious Ether, you know, is a name that could be anything. But my man, come on, man. I want you to share it in the conscious community groups. I want you to share it in the Black what's one group? They blocked me from sharing my own stuff, but they can share other people's stuff, which is the funniest thing. what's the name? It's black images they don't want you to know about. Share it in all them groups. Matter of fact, I wonder what are some of your favorite Facebook groups, guys? So what are some of y'all favorite lit Facebook groups? I know one of them, they kicked me out. They kicked me out of a lot of my groups because I am very positive. And so what happens is you get people like, what's the one dude, the real swole dude that's always talking to women? What's his name? Dexter? What's the one dude, the real swole dude that's always talking to women? What's his name? You gotta know what I'm talking about? The dude that does all the male bashing. What's his name? It's like everything he talks about is what men do wrong and women just love it, eat it up. What's his name? Is it Gene? I don't know if it's Gene. His name is Jarvan. Is that his name? His name is Jarvan. Okay. So, well, anyway, so I would see people sharing his videos, but then I go to share my video. They say, well, you can't self-promote. And I say, well, if I'm promoting a YouTube video, I'm like, what's the difference from Thirsty Chicks promoting his video versus me promoting my video? We're both YouTubers, we're both orators, we're both speakers. What's the difference? Well, you're not supposed to self-promote. So I was like, okay. So I had somebody else promote it for me. It's so weird. It's so it's so weird. Like in a lot of the Facebook groups, they'll say, oh, well, you can't, you know, all this other stuff. It's so weird. So what are some of you guys' favorite Facebook groups that you guys are part of? I know you guys are in there, and I want you guys to let me know, because I'm always looking, like I said, I look at my analytics. If you can't tell, all I do is work. Is it late tonight? I have some more work to do. I have a lot more work to do. It keeps me out of trouble. Somebody asked me, like, how can I have, somebody said that, he said, if I was you, I'll be a black Hugh Hefner. They try to make me like R. Kelly. Listen, it's like if I had your house and I had your this, that, and the third, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But I mean, I guess I'm just focused. I think that's the reason why Jehovah trusts me with it and blesses me with the stuff, because, you know what I'm saying? It don't move me, but it's wonderful and great to have, but at the same time. So, I just saw somebody said they're in the credit repair group. You got to make sure you share that video from last night in the credit repair group. Come on with the game now. So we have Deanna's in the building. Hey, Deanna. We got Lady Soul is in the building. Hey, Lady Soul, how are you doing? We got Sheldon is in the building. Hey, Sheldon, how are you doing? Hello from PA. That's Miss Unique. Hey, Miss Unique, how are you doing? We have Prestige Mobile Detailing's in the building. Vegan Power. Well, no, it's not Vegan Power. It's more pescatarian, because I have some blackened shrimp in here. When I tell you this blackened shrimp is it is off the chain. Listen to me. I'll put my foot in this salad. I sure did put my foot in the salad. All right, let's see who else is all in the building. Boom, 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 boom. Who else is all in the building? Let's see. We got 911 is in the building. Hey, how you doing? Greetings, Dean. That is Uniquely Me. How you doing, Uniquely Me? Good evening, Angela. How are you doing, Angela? Angela is in the building. We got Tanique is in the building. Hey, Tanique, how are you doing? We got Print Kings is in the building. What's going on, my brother? Saw you from last night. Appreciate you for coming back, Print Kings. What's up, Dean? How am I doing? I am winning, Mr. B. I am winning. We got Dollar Bill is in the building. Hey, Dollar Bill, how you doing? All right. We have Sheila Gary is in the building, who's a new subscriber. Sheila Gray. Hey, Sheila. Thank you so much for subscribing. So, Sheila, did you subscribe today? What made you subscribe to my channel? Was it the live that you saw? So how did you find my channel, Sheila? And what made you subscribe since you caught me live? Let's talk about it. The passive income trucker, Scott Davies, is in the building. Hey, Scott, how are you doing? Mr. B said you opened up your business account today. Congratulations, Mr. B. You guys tap that. Go ahead. I know you can't really tap thumbs up on YouTube, but go ahead and give Mr. B 5 thumbs up emojis because he took action and he opened up his business account today. So just go ahead and give him 5 thumbs up emojis. Give him 5 thumbs up emojis. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate as well. You already know the routine. You know the deal. Good stuff for that, Mr. B. We got Cool Columbia is in the building. Hey, Cool Columbia, how are you doing? Salads are your favorite PC? Salads are your favorite? That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we have a new client in the building, Silver Ambitious. I like that name, Silver Ambition. Great so much for subscribing and enrolling into the course today. Renee Spence is in the building. Hey, Renee, how are you doing? Good evening, everybody. Blessings. 678 is in the building. All right. Good evening, everybody. You said my info is good. My info too good to share. See, that's not good, conscious ether. That's the devil. That's some foolishness. You say my information is too good to share. You see, you're coming from a place of scarcity. You don't come from a place of scarcity. You can't get blessed when you come from a place of scarcity. You can't do that. You have to give and it shall be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men return into your bosom. You got to sow that seed. If you don't sow that seed, you're not going to reap the harvest. So you got to sow that motivation. You have to sow that inspiration. You have to sow that economic empowerment into somebody else's life so that you can reap the harvest yourself. I believe in that wholeheartedly, 1,000%. Talking about some, it's too good to share. The devil is a lie. You better share it. All these thumbs up for you, my man. You see these thumbs up? Mr. B, all these thumbs up are for you. Congratulations, Mr. B. Moses G is in the building, enrolled into the course. I'm glad that you decided to enroll into the course, Moses. All right, you're doing the class now, Silver. That's awesome. I'm glad that you decided to enroll into the course. What are your thoughts about it? So Miss Unique says, are you going to be doing any more videos on dating relationships? This is a video right here. If you want to, what would you like to talk about, Miss Unique? What would you like to know? What would you like to talk about? That's what this is. So even though most times when I do it, that's like the title of this video is dinner. You know what I'm saying? We just having dinner. So whatever you guys want to talk about, let's talk about it. So what questions, or let's talk about it, Miss Unique. What specifically would you like to talk about? You guys are really coming in. 47 people that are watching and only 26 thumbs up. The devil is a lie. Y'all not new to this. All of you guys, I remember you guys and I know you guys, so you know the routine. All 47 of you guys, all 54 of you guys, hit the like button and hit the share button right now. You value my content. Let YouTube know that you value it. The sharing lets YouTube know you value it. The likes let me know that you value it. Let both of us know that you value the content. Hit the share button and the like button. I don't even care if you share it and text it to yourself. Just go ahead and hit that share button. I still am doing that giveaway. Or I'm going to do a free hour consultation for the person who has the most shares. I'm still going to do that. Ray David is in the building. He says, good evening. You just finally finished watching the replay. Awesome. You shared it to IG. Awesome. Thanks so much for that, Ray. I appreciate you. And Ray, so far, I think you might be in the lead, my man, for the shares, because I've been seeing all of your stuff, Ray. And I go back and I need to look at the analytics. But I think, Ray, you might be leading right now in the shares. You just might be leading in the shares, Ray. Let's see. Boom. Let's go back to where I was at. Talking to Ray David, my man. So Travis says, hey, I'm opening a business, so your startup program will help me building business credit? Absolutely. So that's what it means. It's called start up. So you're doing a brand new business. That's called a startup business. So in the startup coaching program, it doesn't matter if you are been in business for 5 years or you've been in business for 5 minutes. We're going to walk you step by step through the process of building business credit that's completely separate from your personal credit. So the mistake that a lot of people make is they say, well, I've been in business for 10 years. That's cool. Do you have any business credit? Well, no. Have you ever gotten a loan? Well, no. I appreciate the fact that you've been in business for 10 years. But in the eyes of the bank and the lenders, you might not be in business for 10 years. So that's why I'll walk you through the process so that you can get approved. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're on a winning streak. Praise God for that winning streak too. So yeah, if you want to start a business and you want to, it doesn't matter what the business is as well. See, the mistake that a lot of people make is they think, well, I want to start a hair salon, or I want to start a chef company, or I want to start a camera company, or I want to be a photographer. Can my course help you? Absolutely, because every last one of those are businesses. I teach you how to start a business. I don't teach you how to market your business. I don't teach you how to sell your products. I teach you how to get the loan, how to get the open accounts, how to get the business credit, how to fix your personal credit, so that you have the confidence to do all that stuff that I don't know nothing about. But it doesn't matter, and I say it all the time. If you in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you want to open up a whole house, that whole house has to do the exact same things that a church needs to do in Alabama. Two big extremes, exact same principle, exact same process. I teach you how to build your business and grow your business using business credit and using business loans and business funding. That is what I do. Now, if you guys ever hear me talk about things specific when it comes to trucking, or when it comes to the cigar industry, whether it comes to haberdashery or clothing, that's because I'm me. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I am genuinely, these are things that I'm interested in. These are things that I have investments in. If you ever hear me talking about real estate, those type of things, that is me. But startup coaching, if you read it, it says, it's going to help you build business credit. That's a purpose for it. And so some people might be in business for 10 years or 10 minutes. My course is going to help you. But sometimes what I've discovered too, guys, most of you guys, well, not most of you guys, a lot of you guys don't need my course. A lot of you guys want consulting. A lot of you guys want one-on-one consulting, and you want that. You need to invest in that. It's less expensive for you to do one-on-one consulting than get my course, because my course is $1,200. It's $1,000. It's $1,200 for the year. It is not something you can start and stop. It's not a service. It's not like, oh, I need it for 5 months, and no, that ain't how it is. Nope. This is what it is. This is the cost of it. So a lot of times for some people who might be misguided and undecided on what they want to do, just schedule a consultation. And then by you scheduling that consultation, you'll know, you might get all the answers you need if you've already been in business and you already have some things going on. Like, for instance, what Brother Polite talking about? Brother Polite just went live. But like, for instance, today, I vlogged today. So tonight, once I finish this delicious salad, I'm going to edit my vlog and I'm going to upload the vlog. So tomorrow, you guys will see everything I did today. Today, I was in the office, and I actually do a tour of the office, because you guys haven't seen the new office since we relocated and moved. But I had a one-on-one consultation in my office today, an in-person consultation. The person had the opportunity, I had the time. We did a one-on-one consultation. So that being said, that's what most of you guys need. Is being very honest with you guys, especially the people that don't like, because my course, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you guys read the description, my course is a 16-week course. It's 16 weeks. So it's going to walk you step by step for the 16 weeks. Certain people are getting to the course and they want to do it all in one day. That's not how the course is designed. It's designed to walk you step by step. Content is going to be released. You have 2 or 3 days to execute. Then you go to the next. And some people are, I already know that. Okay. You have to chew the meat, spit out the bone. that's the course. Or you could do the one-on-one consultation, and it can be tailor-made specifically for you. So I know that I'm a very busy person, but I have a calendar, and you just gotta get on the calendar, and that works. That's the best. That's the best thing for most people. I don't know how did I get on that rant? I want to see what Miss Gray said. Miss Gray, who said that she just was a new subscriber. I don't know what she said. You don't mess with Facebook, lady? Lady Soldier, you don't mess with Facebook? That's cool. Well, Lady Soldier, go ahead and text it to your auntie, your uncle, your sister, your cousin, your brother. Go on and text it to all of them. Hit the share button. And then how you want to do it, copy the link and share it. Go ahead and just go on and send it to them. You do Lyft, and I'm promote you on my rides. Awesome. Thank you very much for that. The great help. I appreciate you so much for that. Credit repair groups. I really do appreciate that. I know that's right. The video was on point. Yes, Mr. B. That video was pretty dope last night when I was teaching about how to remove student loans. Dollar Bill in the house. How you doing, Dollar Bill? So BHG TV, I just say TV, says, the fruits are always a good thing. No, I can't do fruits. Fruits are not good for me. That's not good for my body type. Everybody's body type is different, guys. Like you guys, and like this. I don't know, what's with so much shirt? Because it's messing with me, huh? I know it's messing with me. You know, I think this is my first time going live and not being suited and booted. I think this was not my first time, but this is one of the few times I go live and I ain't suited and booted. So fruits are not good for my body type. Everybody's body type is different, guys. There's no such thing as blanket universal code for certain things, guys. Like my body type is not good for fruits. That's why I was telling my girlfriend. She was like, oh, did you do fruits? Like she like this. And she eats any and everything she wants. All the fat goes to the right places for her. I'm a god. I am different. You know what I'm saying? Like I walk and the ground shakes. So it's a different story for me. You dig what I'm saying? So fruits don't do good with my body type because fruits easily turns into sugar. And sugar goes into bad carbs. Even though they're quote unquote good sugars, they don't do good for my body type. So the best diet I've been on that has helped me out tremendously, that makes me feel good, that gives me energy, is the ketogenic diet, high fat diet. Because even with fruits, even if I eat a whole bunch of fruit, I end up crashing. So fruits are not good for my body type. Everybody's body type is different. So, and I would love, because I love fruits. Because I was doing fruits for a long time. And I was like, how come I ain't really losing no weight? Like all I ate today was fruits. But all fruits are natural sugars. So my glucose level, my blood sugar will go up. I'm not diabetic by any stretch, and I thank God I'm not diabetic. At the same time, because of my body type and the way that, and also guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I don't have a thyroid. So I don't have a thyroid, which is another thing too. Like, did you guys know that about me? If you guys knew that I've fought and I beat thyroid cancer, say knew that. If you didn't know that, I want you to say didn't know. This is just a live. This is just live. I ain't even got no title for this. This is just us live and us talking. But you saw the scar. Yeah, Conscious Ether said didn't know that. Who was that? Is that Decatur 2? I just say D2 says saw the scar. Scott says he knew that. Bruce said didn't know that. The Great Help said didn't know that. Denise said didn't know that. Praise God. Yes, praise God for real, for real. All right. Telvis said didn't know that. All right. D. Carter. Okay. All right. So Everything Grand said didn't know that. Didn't know that you had a girlfriend. Yep. Silver Ambition says you knew that. Carter. Didn't know that. Okay. Malcolm said didn't know that. All right. Kenny 31 said didn't know that. Just Carter? Okay. Okay, Carter. Okay, Carter. All right. Eric said didn't know that. You said I cannot pronounce your last name, Bruce. Nope, Bruce, I can't pronounce your last name. I don't know that. Mr. B says didn't know that. All right. Tashunda says that you didn't know that. Thank the Lord that I made it through. Absolutely. To God be the glory. Absolutely. Come on now. You about to say something, about to make me take off running, girl. You better say it. About to make me take off running. You add that combination in there. Come on, somebody. When you add that combination in there, talking about some thank the Lord, I made it through, to God be the glory, about to make me go on in right now. Yes. Yep, you neither. All right, let's see that. Ray said didn't know that. You like the jury? Thank you so much for that. I love the jury as well. Yo, Dean, what's going on? How you feeling, my man? So Dollar Bill said, hey, man, yeah, so that being said, guys, I don't have a thyroid. So I actually had stage 3 cancer and I didn't even know it. Man, I had stage 3 cancer. And the way I found out, I was chilling with this chick and we were spending quality time together. And she looked up at me and she was like, what's that on your neck? So I get up and I'm like, what do you mean? So I'm looking and my neck, like if I looked straight on, you couldn't see. But if I had my head up and I turned to the right, it was a bulge. Not a big bulge, but it was a small bulge. It was swollen right here. And I was like, oh man, what's that? And so if you notice that there's a scar right here from when they had the blood draining down after the surgery. And then there's a scar right there as well. So yeah, I beat cancer. I would make a long story short, it was a tumor that grew. And the tumor was so big that when I did a biopsy on it, they said it was stage 3. It was stage 3 cancer. I was like, oh, wow. I said, cut it out of me. I said, I ain't going through no chemotherapy. I ain't going through no, I did have to go through radiation a little bit. I had the radioactive iodine, but I was like, nah, cut it out. They was like, well, you know, you have your parathyroid and your parathyroid and you know we can treat it. I said, cut it out. Cut it out of me. And so I didn't, but at the same time, I did not know all what a thyroid did. And so there are some times where I'm like, I'm done. Like I'm in the bed. I ain't gonna move. I can't move. Like I gotta sit my narrow tail down sometime. And I have to remind myself, not only am I not in my 20s, I don't have a thyroid, which is a major organ in your body. And I didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what our thyroid did. But so I take Armour Thyroid, which is a hormone replacement. And that does work, but it's still synthetic. And so, well, it's not synthetic. I take the organic version because I don't take Synthroid. It was horrible. I take Synthroid. I'm like this. And I'm sluggish and I'm slow and I'm terrible. But so I take Armour Thyroid, which is the organic version. And one of the things that bothered me so much, is when I moved from Atlanta here, I had to cuss out 2 doctors that tried to tell me that I need to be on Synthroid. I said, no, I don't need to be on Synthroid. And that was one of the things that I did. I did my research because doctors get paid commissions. Did you guys know that doctors get paid commission? Did you guys know that doctors get kickback for certain medicines? If you knew that, I want you to say knew that. If you didn't know that, I want you to say didn't know. And so Synthroid is like the standard. And like people say all the time, there is no profit in the cure. There's only profit in the treatment. And they want to take this blood and do this blood and do this and do that and all this other stuff. And Synthroid is like the worst. Synthroid is the worst. And so I was like, no, I ain't got, I wouldn't be able to do half of what I do right now if I was on Synthroid. I still probably be 375 pounds if I was on Synthroid. Synthroid is horrible. It's cheap, but it's horrible. And then they try to test and all this. So anyway, nevertheless, I said all of that to say that because of that, it's harder for me to lose weight too, because I don't have a thyroid. Like the thyroid makes you lose weight. And so even though I take the Armour Thyroid and I have the medicine in me and I have the hormone in me, it still doesn't work the same. So it's more difficult for me. And I mean, I like my size, I like my weight. At the same time, I want to be lighter, I want to be healthy. Like my baby, my daughter, she was like, Daddy, don't lose no weight. My baby don't like me small. It's so funny. She's like, Daddy, don't lose no weight. Daddy, you're losing too much weight. And I tell her, and every time she comes, you know, I have all this healthy stuff. And she's like, Daddy. But I mean, I get her stuff, you know what I mean? And she's like, Daddy, you're like, you eat too healthy. And she doesn't like me to don't like me to lose weight. And so I just tell her I said, well, baby, I'm going to run around with your kids. And she's like, ew. And I said, I'm just letting you know. So that's one of the reasons why I'm wanting to be healthy. I want to be lighter because I'm a big dude. So even though I don't look it, I am 6'4", and I'm a little under 300 pounds. And I don't look it. I'm just a big old dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't look it. But nevertheless, I want to, and also my suits fit me so well. They fit me so well. But I want to be leaner because one, I want to be lighter, and also two, I'm really shopping around this television show. And being on camera makes you bigger. So sex sells. You dig what I'm saying? And I need to keep my sex appeal, which is why I got my diet tea, which is this is like the most delicious drink. When I tell y'all, I don't need another drink. I don't need another soda day in my life because of this. This is one of the best things I done found. I'm telling you. I don't know how they do it. And I was looking at the ingredients too, because some artificial sweeteners, even though they're 0 calories, they'll still cause your glucose and your insulin to spike. This doesn't have that. I can't remember which one it's called that does that, but this one don't have it. This is like my favorite thing right here. It's like Splenda or something. Like Splenda is good, but there's one that's not good. Everybody talks about erythritol. Erythritol is really good too. It's 0 carbs and it doesn't cause your blood sugar to spike. But there's one that I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But let's look at these comments, guys. You guys are commenting away. Let's have this conversation. Let's look at these comments. So, hold on. Where did Miss T go? All right, talk to me later, Miss Gray. So, Miss Gray, I wanted to know, what was it that made you decide to subscribe to the course? I better pour some of that, pour some of the olive oil on that. All right, Scott. You think the course along with the consultations would be good? Awesome, Rhonda. Yeah, well, Rhonda, you know, Rhonda has been in the course for quite some time. Yes, consulting is a great idea. Matter of fact, Ray, you were on your way to getting consulting. What does that say? Naomi? What's that, Naomi? I don't know what that means. You love the info. Thank you so much for that, Jamal. Why Alabama? just because Carlton, Alabama just made me think about it. You liked and you shared it. Thank you so much for that, Carlos. Shout out to the to Chi-Town. That's what I'm talking about, Kevo. All right, how do I build credit in order to build a multifamily unit? Lady Soldier, make a long story short, if you want to build business credit to do a multifamily dwelling, what you would need to do is make sure that you are incorporated, make sure that you have either a limited liability company or you have a INC. You need to make sure that you have an 80 Paydex score. You need to make sure that you have a 75 Intella score. You need to make sure that you have 10 accounts reporting to Dun & Bradstreet with a high limit of around $10,000. And you would probably need about, depending on the type of property, if you need rehab or if you just want to purchase the property, you're probably going to need about 15% to put down and or have 15% equity in the property. So that is how you do it. Now, you've asked me how to do it. I've told you how to do it. When you enroll into my course, I show you how to do it. So that is how you do it. But I walk you step by step to do all of that when you're enrolled into my course. So that's how you would do that, Lady Soldier. And Lady Soldier, when you do enroll into the course, you're going to have to get a Facebook account. Speaking of that, all of you guys that say, well, I don't do Facebook. Listen, I ain't told you to go liking your ex-girlfriend. I ain't told you to go liking your ex-boyfriend. I ain't tell you to go and slide in nobody's DM. I didn't tell you to be on top of nobody's chat. I ain't tell you to go in nobody's sweatpants group. All I tell you to do is create a Facebook account so that you can enroll into the course, so that you can get the support that you need. Don't nobody need to know you on Facebook. We have a secret group, a private group that is made for the support. This is 2018. A lot of people, well, I need support. Are you in the private Facebook group? Nope, I don't do Facebook. Well, guess what? You need to do Facebook. You understand what I'm saying? When you go to school and you go to college and your professor tells you you need a scientific calculator, you can't say, well, I ain't got no scientific calculator. What you do? No, you get a scientific calculator. When you go to school to be a doctor, you have to get a stethoscope. You can't say, well, I ain't got no stethoscope, so I guess I can't be no doctor. No, go and get one. Like, what are you? Like, listen, excuses are lies that disguise themselves as the truth that are designed to keep you locked in mediocrity. What do I say at the end? I say, if you don't know them, meet them. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you don't have the character, you can develop it. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. That's like somebody saying, oh, well, somebody gonna give me, if you wanted to take a position working for somebody else, I disagree with it. But let's say, for instance, if somebody gave you like, okay, well, I give you $1 million a year salary. Okay, but you got to learn Spanish. Well, I don't know Spanish, so I guess I can't go take that $1 million job. No, freaking learn Spanish, get Rosetta Stone. Come on with the game. Like, come on now, stop that negativity. And I'm not talking to anybody specifically. I'm just talking to the energy of that, because I hear that all the time. When, you know, people are calling to the office and they're ranting and they'll rave and they'll say, well, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. Well, are you enrolled into the Facebook group? Did you log into the Facebook group? Well, no, I don't do Facebook. Well, welcome to your reality. I'm going to tell you guys something that blessed the city of my soul. There was this Jewish guy. His name was Ari Greenbaum. And I was at the time I was working on his sales team. And he comes from Wall Street. And so he used to do a lot of the Wall Street stuff with us. And I was in line to get this promotion. And what was it? I end up leaving work early so that I can go take this chick out on a date. Never forget this. She was bad though. I ain't gonna lie to you, make it sound fly to you. Do I regret it? No, because it made me the man that I am today, but it taught me this lesson. I ended up didn't get the job, but that's okay though. I mean, not the job, I didn't get the promotion. But I ended up leaving early. He was like, well, Dean, why'd you leave early? That's how he talks. He said, well, Dean, why'd you leave early? I said, oh, well, I had something to do. He said, well, you're not putting in the energy, you're not putting in the efforts. How can I trust you? And I said, but you know, I had to do this. He said, welcome to your reality. And he used to say that to me. He used to walk past my desk. Welcome. He said, do you like your position? Welcome to your reality. You created this. Like Ari Greenbaum. And so Ari, man, that's one of the things that he taught me. But I mean, that's a hard lesson to learn, but that's it. Welcome to your reality. You create the reality. You create the world. That's why I understand, guys, I am a God. Even though you guys know that I am a servant of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of the living God, which is Jehovah God, who is the Most High God. At the same time, he is the Most High God, then guess who it is? It's me. And it's everybody else. I am a God. I create the life that I want. I am a creator. So yes, there are things that are out of my control, which the Heavenly Father does. That is him. He is Jehovah God. He is El Shaddai. That is him, the many-breasted one. But then there is me, E.DeanCole. I am a God, and I create. I am made in the likeness and the image of him. And I know a lot of people get that misconstrued, and they think it's blasphemous, and they don't understand it. It's because ignorance is why they don't understand it. But I came into that revelation, and welcome to my reality. All right, guys, so let me jump back onto this. So let's see where we at. Oh, somebody gave me a super chat. Oh, somebody gave me a $10 super chat. Thanks so much for that, Mr. B. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Did you have a question behind that, Mr. B? Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Dean, look into Dr. Sebi. Yeah, Dr. Sebi is good. King, listen, Dr. Sebi is good. A lot of these foods, not all of them, but a lot of these foods are alkaline. They are good. The only thing about, I mean, I love what Dr. Sebi does and he teaches. I believe it's phenomenal. He's a healer. And I believe, and I know this without a shadow of a doubt, hindsight being 2020, I mean, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I think I've been cancer-free for 4 years now. So 4 years ago, I didn't know. But at the time, I didn't know. I've learned, it's so weird. I know it's weird, but hey, I gotta be honest. I just found out about Dr. Sebi this year in 2000 and I just found out about Dr. Sebi in 2018. But before, like if I would have known what I know now, would I got it cut out? Probably not. I would have treated it, but I don't know. But it was like, it wasn't bulging out. It wasn't that big. Like I'm going, like on Instagram, I'm gonna do a post and I'm gonna show it. Like there's one picture where you can look, it just looks a little swollen. You can't really tell that much, but when they did the x-ray and the biopsy, there was like, it was big. It was stage 3. But yeah, I believe that, you know, if I would have known, and that's another thing too, like guys, we don't look at thyroid. Like women look at thyroid, guys look at prostates, you know what I'm saying? Like prostate, testicular cancer, those are the type of things. But cancer is not gender specific. Guys can get breast cancer, just like thyroid cancer. Like that's the thing that a lot of women, they look at with women that they don't necessarily look at with men. But I actually, when I started being open about my surgery, there's this one woman, she said that my boyfriend is ashamed because she said my boyfriend is ashamed to get treatment because his uncles or somebody was teasing him and said that that's woman cancer. I was like, nigga, roll, please. Ain't no such thing as no, it's amazing. When I tell you the chains that we keep ourselves bound by, foolishness, guys. Foolishness. But I'm just on a rant. I'm just talking about something and everything. $240, boom, 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 boom. $375, need love too. Yep, $375, need love too. You ain't never lied. $375 do need love too. You ain't never lied. Yeah, I am looking at Dr. Berg, intermittent fasting. Scott, Dr. Berg, intermittent fasting. I'm actually in that Facebook group. I'm in the Dr. Berg intermittent fasting group. Scott, it's really helped out a lot. Yep, $375, need love too. Mr. B says, didn't know that. Any thank you for all I do. I appreciate that. All right, didn't know that. Have I done a colon cleanse? I want to do one. Kenneth, I do want to do one. I want to do hydrotherapy. Matter of fact, I'm going to do one tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, tomorrow, Thursday. I have some meetings tomorrow. There's a place not too far away from here, and they did this special in the mail, and I want to do one. Matter of fact, I'm going to do one tomorrow. I have meetings in the morning time. I have to figure it out because Friday I fly out, but I think I fly out Friday. I fly out Friday late, but I want to do it before I fly out. I do want to get. I'm going to get me one tomorrow. I want to do the hydrotherapy. I want to do a colon cleanse. Not colon, but yeah, I want to do that. I want to do a I really do want to do that. I want to do a colon cleanse. Not the colon cleanse like that. I want to do it. They call it hydrotherapy with it. You know what I'm saying? I want to definitely get that done. I've been looking at it and I'm definitely going to get that done. I'm going to get that done tomorrow. I assure you that I'm going to get that done tomorrow. I have meetings in the beginning of the day. I'm going to see if I can get the latest appointment tomorrow. I'm going to do everything in my power. I'm going to get the latest appointment tomorrow. I really want to get a colonic. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Do. You're good that I'm eating right? That's right. Absolutely. Arthur is 240. That's a good. I think at 240, I feel like maybe at 240 I will feel skinny because I'm big. You know what I'm saying? And most people look at me and they think that I'm already there. And so I feel like at 240 I'll be skinny, and I don't want to be skinny. You know what I'm saying? I like my size, and once I continue to drop, once I drop, my goal is 30 more pounds. Once I drop that, I'm gonna go back to the gym and bulk up some more. I feel like I don't have necessarily a goal. I think maybe maybe 250. I don't know. Somebody was like 225, and I'm like, oh no, like 225 seems stick figure for me. When you're 6'4", you dig what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. When you're 6'4", you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be skinny. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like being a big dude. You know what I'm saying? I like when I walk the ground shake. I can be 75 pounds when I walk the ground gonna shake anyway. You wanna know why? Because I'm a god. But no, seriously though. Let me see, let's get back. Where do you get that tea from? Big Gus, man. They have, like, see, this is a big one. So they're here in New Orleans, they don't have a Kroger and they don't have a Publix, they have a Winn-Dixie. They have this big one here. But hey, Big Gus, next time you go to any gas station, any fuel station, any truck stop or anywhere, go and look for in the tea section, you know where they have the bottled teas, and it's the silver one. It is delicious. I'm telling you, I don't know what, you see how I'm holding this thing? I don't know what it is, but this is the most delicious, and it's 0 calorie, guys. Let's see if you guys can see this. I don't know if it can focus, but it's 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0. And it's the most delicious, I'm trying to tell you. Go, Peak, you need to cut the check. But I'm telling you, listen to me, and it don't taste like medicine. You know how some, when they have aspartame in it, and they have how it has that medicine-y taste. It does not. I'm telling you, I can drink this thing straight. Like, you guys are watching me drink this whole thing up right now. It's so good. It tastes just like regular sweet tea. Like, you can tell that it's not sugar, but it's still so good. You know what I'm saying? It don't have that sugar taste. And Gold Peak has like this. They have an extra sweet, a regular sweet, they have an unsweet, and they have the diet. The unsweet, I ain't gonna lie to you, the unsweet is nasty because they use real tea. So it's like real tea, and I don't like the unsweet. I thought one day they were sold out of the diet, and I was at the gas station, the fueling station, not too far away from me, and I was like, okay, I'll just try the unsweet. I just try the unsweet. I'm like, it's good. That unsweet is bitter. It's like straight up tea. And the cool thing I like about it too is that tea is a diuretic by itself, because tea is a diuretic by itself, what it means that it helps you flush out, you know what I'm saying, a lot of your water weight, and it helps increase your metabolism as well, just like caffeine is a diuretic as well, and it's an appetite suppressant too. Guys, look at this. I ain't even eat all of this salad. So matter of fact, Scott, this is my OMAD. This is my 1 meal a day. This is my 1 meal a day. I need to finish eating this shrimp though. Or at least need to finish doing that. My phone is about to die, guys. So let's see, what am I at? Yes, meds is for $1. Absolutely. Stevia is good too. Scott, that's good stuff. Yes, God is sustaining me. Come on now, Denise, God is sustaining me. You have enough energy, yes I do, in Jesus' name, to run multiple businesses. That's what I'm talking about. You better speak that thing. That's what I'm talking about, Denise. You better go on and say that. To run multiple businesses without a thyroid. Come on, yes. You look good. Thank you very much on camera now. Thank you so much for that, Denise. I appreciate you so much for that. Yes, I think that's what I'm talking about. Just not checking in. What's going on, Isaac? How are you feeling today, my man? I heard of Zevia 678. I heard of Stevia. I'm not Stevia, but what is it called? Zevia. I heard about them from from Keto Connect. They did a review on it, but I haven't seen it. I don't know where to get that from. I don't know where to get that from. Let's see what other comments I make. Many blessings. I believe I received that. So Arthur says, I do. When you say I do, what do you mean? Help me understand about that. All right, so Big Gus, you want to know how do I get into the private group? So Big Gus, you have to be a client. You have to be enrolled into DCFI Online. And you'll have to make sure that your billing information is saved on file. And you will be, and then you're going to, once you're enrolled into the course, then there's a link that'll take you there. It's inside the course. And that's how it is, Big Gus. So it's only for clients that's enrolled into the course. All right. All right. So 678 says, does that make women goddesses? Absolutely. Yes. I believe that, I don't believe that God is gender specific. I believe that they are gods. You know what I'm saying? I believe that they're gods. If they want to be goddesses, if you know, they like that. If they like to say that they're spirit woman, if they like to say that, but I just believe that God is a creative, all-knowing, powerful being. I don't believe that it's gender specific, but I do believe that the black woman is God. Absolutely, Mother Earth is real. Absolutely, 678. I'm saying 678 because I can't read your first. I don't know if those two names or one names. It's hard. I'm just saying 678 because that's what I see at the bottom. All right. If the brain can convince it and believe it, you can achieve it. You ain't never lied, Scott. You lost sound? Okay, well, everybody else can hear me. All right, no question at the moment. Okay, awesome, Mr. B. You just wanted to share some love. I appreciate you for sharing the love. All right, so Lowell says, does the credit repair process like student loan removal and credit boosting apply for people in Canada? Absolutely, yes. So the process works, yes, because all companies, any company that does business with Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian, you're able to do international business, all the same process work. Now, as far as the bylaws of the 609 Act, that is something that was enacted by the United States of America. So that's a very good question. This is a live revelation as I think about it. I do know that disputing does work. I do know that pay to delete does work. But as far as the 609 process, I'm going to do more research on that. I'm going to do a lot more research on that. I'm going to do a lot more research on that, Lulu. I believe that's the name, Lulu. All right, so Eddie says, most people focus on the three male, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I guess, Holy Ghost, all male. They forget about the woman, the Creator, Mother Nature, which also people say, you know, Queen, not Queen, what's her name? Mary, I believe that. Who has the keys to the chain, Runner Cox? We have the keys to the chain. Empowerment has the keys to the change. Absolutely. Colon-foot, what? Colon-foot and Summer packages are awesome. Oh, okay, Rhonda. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into that as well. Not hydrotherapy. Check out Dr. Group. Okay, I'll check out Dr. Group. Good night, Miss T. I appreciate you. Do the master cleanse. I don't know about the master cleanse, Scott. Because I don't know about the master cleanse. I don't know about that. Yes, I am tall, Miss T. All right, so Big the Realist says you're trying to get your own production company. When I get into your course, where do I get started? Well, the thing about it is that it walks you step by step. So that's what it is. So it's not like it's a big maze. That's not how we are. We walk you step by step. So you get started with the very first. You can't take no other course but course number 1. You can't take no other lesson than lesson number 2. This is not a free-for-all. That's not what our course is. Our course walks you step by step. So everything that you need to do, you get into the course and we walk you step by step. It is designed to make you successful. And it's structured to make you successful. You're not able to just run amok and run astray. It's designed to walk you step by step. That's how it's designed. So once you enroll into the course, get started, and you just get started and you'll be good to go. All right. Absolutely, Big Gus, go on and try it, my man. Is it bad that you're coming for me? No, it's not bad that you're coming for me. So when you say that it's bad, you said if it's bad, you're coming for me. Okay, yeah, try it, Big Gus. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, it's the best, most delicious thing, Big Gus. Let me know. All right, so Melinda asks, what are CPNs? So Melinda, a CPN stands for, some people call it a credit privacy number. A lot of people call it credit profile numbers. CPNs are alternatives. CPNs are alternatives to Social Security numbers when you use them the right way. The mistake that a lot of people make is that they do not know how to use a CPN. They merge their credit because they don't do it the right way, and or they get flagged, and or they do things that are wrong or erroneous. To break it down, the best way I can break it down is Beyonce and Sasha Fierce. Give me an example. Everybody, now, all right, I'm about to teach you guys, okay? So I need you, we got to wake up. So it's 41 people watching. I need all 41 of you guys to participate with me. I'm about to teach. So have you heard, so if you guys know kind of what an alter ego is, or specifically what an alias is for celebrities, if you guys understand what an alias is for celebrities, I want you to say, I know. If you ever heard Beyonce talk about Sasha Fierce, I want you to say, I know. I'm just going to use this as an example. I don't know what her actual real name is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she goes by. But what most people don't realize is that celebrities have them all the time. You know what I'm saying? They have aliases when they check into hotels, and when they go and they, book certain things, they use aliases. They don't use their real information. A lot of times, let's see Jamie Foxx. Like, if I did not know Jamie Foxx's real name was not Jamie Foxx. So Jamie Foxx could really be a CPN, or it can be an alias. So what happens is that most celebrities and every single government official and most high C-level executives have CPNs, because what it does is it protects you, and it protects your Social Security information from being used. So that's what a CPN basically is. It's a developed alias. That's basically what it is. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of people that don't understand it, and CPNs are 100% legal, as long as you do it the right way. Just like a Glock 40 is 100% legal, as long as you use it and do it the exact same way. I mean, as long as you go by the rules and the guidelines. You see what I'm saying? But oh man, some seasoning got into my eye. Some of that blackening seasoning got into my eye. But as far as teaching CPNs, I never, ever, 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 ever on life. You can't pay me enough money to teach on CPNs publicly. I would never in my life ever teach on CPNs publicly, especially because, one, I don't want to empower the wrong people. And two, I need for it to be in a controlled setting, because you don't give you don't give somebody a gun and not give them training on it. You're not supposed to do that, because then you're negligent. You understand what I'm saying? And because as a unapologetic, woke, God-fearing, boldent African-American business consultant and financial guru, I am wise enough to know not to allow certain things because they looking for a reason. You dig what I'm saying? And that actually, somebody tried me like that one time. Somebody was like, oh, you know, he's talking about CPNs and this and the third, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. And I had to explain to the young fella, like, listen, before you start on this smear campaign, because you were scammed by somebody who gave you a fake CPN or gave you the wrong CPN, that, it does not mean. And unfortunately, that happens a lot. Unfortunately, in the African-American community, in the Latino community, in the poor and disenfranchised community, we are preyed upon a lot of times. And that's how come I stand 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem charging what I charge. I have no problem. You know, my credentials, you know, I thank God for that. You know, I got lineage. You understand what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good when it comes to this thing. You know what I'm saying? I stay 10 toes down when it comes to any and everything. 20 years of experience in this thing. You understand what I'm talking about? But that being said, unfortunately, it's a lot of Johnny-come-latelys. It's a lot of people that are shade tree credit mechanics. And a lot of people that take advantage of people, unfortunately. And they look at it as a get-rich-quick scheme, and they look at it as a good way to come up. And it's one of the things, it's definitely disheartening, and it's one of the things that I have to deal with on a daily basis. On a daily basis, I got somebody that claims that they are guru trying to take my course. On a daily basis, I got somebody saying, hey, let's work together. Let's do business together. Hey, let's partner together. Let's partner. Let's network together. I'm like, okay, what benefit do you bring me? Oh, well, I have this network of all these people that are interested in credit, kind of like the credit repair group and different things like that. And come to find out, like, they just want my expertise and they want my knowledge and they want to know my relationships. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not saying there are people, there are Dave Ramseys in the world. There are Susie Ormans of the world. There are, who else? What's that chick that's on that commercial? And I was so impressed by her, African-American woman. I think they go by the Credit Doctor. There's Credit Lux. There's a lot of different places. You know, even these, and I feel like this attorney has done a very good job of really creating things. Ty Crandall is very good as well. But this attorney, they did a very good job, and people always compare them to us. And our price points are very similar. And then people always, who is it? What's the name of that company? What's the name of that company, guys? It's actually an attorney, and he turned it into a whole brand. What is his name? God dang it, what's the name of that company? I bet you by the time I finish it, it's going to come to my remembrance. What's the name of the company? They do the disputes. What's the name of the company? Lexington Law. Thank you very much for that. Lexington Law. Thank you so much for that. Lexington Law. You know, they do things good commercially. You know what I'm saying? They do things commercially. They do things good, but there's a lot of best practices and a lot of advanced things that they cannot do and they don't do. But they're great at marketing. They're great at market saturation. They're great at setting the tone. At the same time, they're not the most effective and the most cost effective. But they do work on some things. But it might take you. It's kind of like the doctor situation. I think that's phenomenal. I think that Lexington Law is like Synthroid. I think it does have some benefits. It does work. But that almond thyroid is that consulting, because with Lexington Law, it takes you, what, about 60 or 90 days to get stuff done that you can get done in 30 days if you do it yourself. The thing about Lexington Law, though, is the ease. It's the fact that you have somebody doing it for you. I don't want to do that. I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to enable anybody. I want to empower everyone. Because I mean, we just hired like 10 new people. So when you guys call the office, we have 10 new people. So I am grooming someone to do consulting, but as far as me and my mentor talk about it all the time, like, Dean, like, you got the pool, you got this, why don't you just do it for these people instead of teaching them how to do it? I'm like, no, I'm not called to do that. Like, if I wanted to make money, absolutely, heck yeah. If I had 10 of me, or not even 10 of me, if I had 5 of me, 5 people doing the step by step, doing it for people and just charging, oh, we'd be winning. But I don't want to do that, though. I don't think that's what I want to do. I don't know. I can't say that that might not be something in the future, but I don't know. Maybe when I'm teaching more and I'm doing a lot less consulting and I'm doing a lot, like if all I'm doing is my television show, speaking engagements, books, then maybe I could possibly see doing that. Because, I mean, it's definitely good. I mean, people ask for it all the time, and we played around with it for a little bit, like with the corporate build out. Because I still have a product. You can still, like, somebody can pay, they can do a corporate build out and we'll build out their corporation for them. But I haven't really been pushing that much because I get enjoyment out of teaching and I feel inundated when I just do, if that makes sense. So, yep. So we have, what's that? We have 40 people that are watching. Thank you guys so much for liking it, and thank you so much for participating. Got my phone about to go dead. All right, Ray, you have a good night, my man. DL is in the building. Hey, DL. DL says, that's right. The power of learning. It is the power of learning to clean your own credit. That's right. It is not that hard. Absolutely, it's not. It just takes time and patience. You are absolutely correct. Mr. B says, yep, I chose you over them when you found out about my program. I appreciate you so much for that, Mr. B. Absolutely. Kay is in the building. Hey, Kay, how are you doing? Got a true, I'm not sure what you meant by that. Was that cozy? You said Susie Orman is a crook. DL, why do you say Susie Orman is a crook? I don't know nothing about that. No, DL. See, let's not. So we're going to speak some truth to power. So DL just said CPNs are often stolen SSN numbers. No, ma'am. That is incorrect. CPNs are not often stolen SSNs. People who are crooks and who do not understand and who do not know, what they will do is sometimes they will use stolen they'll use stolen SSNs or use dead people's SSNs. So we're not going to spread that propaganda. No, ma'am. No. Because I know personally 10 companies that create legitimate CPNs. That are straight up legitimate CPNs. They are really true post-randomization numbers, that they are not stolen, that they're not erroneous. I know personally 10 companies that do. So I'm not going to say that all of them or not a lot of them. I disagree with. That's like saying a lot of black men cheat. That's not true. Maybe the black men that person knows. Or that's like saying all black women are baby mamas. No. Maybe the person that they knows, that's based on their experience. But no, ma'am. No. I think that a lot of people that are looking to come up, and if we can be very, very specific about it, like I'm going to tell you guys just straight facts, okay? The straight facts, okay? The number one demographic of individuals that are on welfare are Caucasian women. But most of the time, propaganda will tell you that it's the African-American woman. But in actuality, the statistics and the facts show that the #1 leading demographic for welfare is the Caucasian woman. Facts. Hear me out. The #1 demographic for individuals that use CPNs are illegal immigrants and aliens that come to the U.S. So most people don't know about CPNs. And so most people, if they're just, you know, doing illegal stuff, they come into the country, you know what I'm saying? They just got to get it together. So they can't legally create a CPN. What they're doing is they're just buying old people's CPNs. So that being said, that is that demographic, and that's a lot of that subculture. But as the community as a whole, I can't allow you to on this platform to say that, because that's disingenuous. I think that it is definitely case specific for certain sectors. And if you look at majority of the people, that's like saying all black men are thugs and all black men have felonies. Like, the society might want that to be the case, but not all of them are. And not saying that majority of them are. I think that maybe in that subculture, in that credit repair subculture, and that's how come I thank God that I come from it from a different angle. I don't come from it like credit repair. I mean, I'm a business consultant. My job is to get a loan closed. So that's how we know how to do it. Like, I feel like I think we give out free credit repair because we get paid commissions for loans being closed. Whereas people might be a librarian, or they might work at service merchandise, or they might work at a doctor's office saying that they want to do credit repair because they didn't read a book. I think it's a little different though. And that's a lot of the reason why I guard the information as heavily as I do, because of that reason. All right, so DL says, all right, I stand corrected on that point. I appreciate you for that. Fair enough. I really appreciate you, DL, for having a honest conversation with me. So true. If you look at the numbers, absolutely. Yep, if you look at the numbers, that is 100% accurate. All right, so Evelyn says, someone committed identity theft against me and you're scared to move forward with my business. She is literally using my something as if she is me. And you're in fear to start a business. This will affect me. All right, so first, everything, Graham. The great thing about it is that, okay, first you already know who the woman is. So the first thing I suggest that you do is go down to the police station and go on and file a police report against that heifer. And I call her a heifer because that's what that woman is. Not all women are heifers, but that woman that stole your identity, she is a heifer. So go and file a police report against that heifer. That's going to do two things. Thing number one, the great thing about that is that now you have a paper trail. Let's go ahead and stop her. The second great thing about that is anything that's on your credit report will instantly be removed. Everything. You get to start over fresh and clean, just like you a brand new 17-year-old kid. That's one of the best things about that. So you get to start all over again as if you are a 17-year-old kid. So go to your local police station, file a police report. And if you want to be generous and you want to be kind and you want to say, well, I don't know who the person is, you can do that. But you need that police report. Once you have that police report, then you need to go and dispute everything with all 3 major credit bureaus. They're going to wipe everything. I don't care if it's yours or not. You are a victim of identity theft. Use the laws to your benefit. Go ahead and wipe everything clean. After you wipe everything clean, then you need to do a credit freeze, okay? When you do a credit freeze, they can't do nothing. Somebody can know your exact social security number. They can know your date of birth. They can know your address. They can know your blood type. They can know the vault, the safe to the vault. They can know everything. But when you effectively activate a credit freeze, nothing will happen. Now, I remember I was actually I was in a store and I had a credit freeze on and I applied for credit. And the woman behind the desk she was kind of flirting with me or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and I open up an account. And so she tried to clown me because it came back denied. The reason why it came back denied is because they needed to verify my identity. Make a long story, I can't say this. Well, I guess it's credit, so it don't matter. I can say it publicly. Make a long story short, after a phone call, I got $10,000. I went right on back up to that store, bought everything that I wanted to buy. I said, oh, they just needed to verify my identity. And she was like, oh, well, and I was like, no, ma'am, no, thank you. Have a nice day. Went on about my business. So I said all of that to say this, that utilize the laws against you. So yes, so don't let someone who stole your credit stop you, because one, I want you to build your business credit that's completely separate from your personal credit. That's thing number one. Thing number two, take ownership and take power over that. Go down right now, not right now, tomorrow, go to the police station, file a police report. It is free 99. It costs you absolutely nothing at all. All they're going to do is take some information. They're going to get it. You need a copy of that police report. After you have a copy of that police report, you dispute everything with the credit bureaus, everything. Everything, everything. Get to start all over again, brand new, fresh as a 17-year-old kid. All right? Enroll into the course, get $15,000 of guaranteed new credit, okay? $15,000 guaranteed new credit. These are not trade lines. These are not stolen accounts. These are not borrowed accounts. These are actually legitimate companies that do business with people who have no credit. Go through the course. You have that, all right? Then after you have that, now you're good to go. Your personal credit is good. You're in the 700s. You're good, okay? How long did this take? Take 60 days, okay? Now, after that, now let's focus on your business side. Let's build your business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. And your information will be locked down. You put a credit freeze and you do credit monitoring. It doesn't matter. They can't ever use your information ever, ever, ever again. So does that answer your question? I hope I answered your question. What if the identity theft was 4 years ago? It don't matter. Look at Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby raped them girls how many years ago? The man going to jail for it now? Look at R. Kelly. R. Kelly committed child molestation how many years ago? I think the woman is like 20 something now, but they going back. It don't, Me Too. Hey, Me Too movement for your credit. 4 years does not matter. Once you come to the knowledge of it, boom, there you go. You're good to go. And that's it. And you're good to go. There's called statute of limitation. There's no statute of limitation for identity theft, and there's no statute of limitation for murder. So you're good to go. I love you too, everything grand. All right, so Big says it takes team building doing the production company. It takes team building doing. No, see, you thinking about, you putting the cart before the horse, buddy. You ain't got no real company. Ain't no team building. You ain't got nothing to bring to the table. Let me tell you what an idea and 25 cents is good for. A cup of coffee. This old joke used to tell me that. So, you know what, son, you got a good idea? Good idea, 25 cents ain't worth nothing but a cup of coffee. Everybody and their mama got a good idea. You have nothing to bring to the table. You have no business, you have no structure, you have nothing. You're putting the cart before the horse. What you're doing is that you're focusing, you're making, what do they call it? You are amplifying the smallest thing. What do they call it? You're majoring on the minor details. Ain't no team building. No, you don't. The devil is a lie. Build your business. Have a legitimate business. You can build $50,000 in business credit before you even write out, before you even do a Metro Boomin Trap, before you ever do anything. You don't need that. So now let's have a conversation. You have a business, you have structure, you have relationships, you have and when I say relationships, I don't mean relationships with some rapper. I don't mean relationships with some dude that's tired of selling weed so he want to make beats. I'm talking about you now have relationships with banks, lending institutions, $50,000 you have accumulated in 6 months' time. And now you come to the table with something. Now we can talk. Now, okay, I'm going to listen to what you have to say. That's how you do that. So that's what you do. So you build up the structure first. And after you build up the structure, then you come. That's how you do it. You like I said, don't market nothing. Don't Instagram nothing. I guess I could say this. I'm in talks with a very popular blogger, very popular pop culture thing. They get millions of views for stuff. I'm in talks with them, all right? Most rappers, most wannabes, most Instagram models, they all are on this one site. They charge anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per post. When you have $50,000, you dominate. I'm not saying spend all $50,000, but what I'm saying is, and then they also have package deals. You can put together $5,000. You run a campaign on this site that gets millions and millions of traffic. Come on with the game. What is you saying? So I said all of that to say that's what you focus on. You focus on that, and then you start talking about the other stuff. Build your business. A production company is nothing but a business. A production company is the exact same thing as a candy store, which is the exact same thing as a clothing store, which is the exact same thing as a school, which is the exact same thing as a catering company. It's all the same. It's the business structure. What you do with your business is different. If I have $1,000, I can spend $1,000 on candy. I can spend $1,000 on advertising. I can spend $1,000 on cocaine. I'm still spending what, $1,000. You building your business is your $1,000. Am I making? If you guys understand where I'm coming from, I want you to say, got it. All right. The reason why you see this passion is because like people are rebutting, and I hear it all the time. Like this live version is a live version of what happens in my inbox. I'm not going to argue with people. I'm not going to tell people. I'm not going to explain to people, listen, I'm trying to tell you how you cannot go out of business. You want to know the reason why over 8,100 businesses fail? Because of that mindset, that stinking thinking that, oh, I could just, and that you putting your energy and your efforts in the wrong stuff. What you need business cards for? You ain't got no business. You don't need no business cards. You're wasting your energy and your efforts and your money. You have to focus. You have to become laser focused. And so that's what I teach people. My job is to uneducate people and re-educate people so that they can understand this is how this side of the family does it. This is how Asians do it. This is how they do it. What they do is they build up a foundation. A lot of them have generational things. Guess what? We ain't got generational things. My father was a business consultant. I knew it. But it's so funny, like my mother tells me about it now. She was like, your daddy be so proud of you. He ain't lived me nothing but good looks and good genes. That's it. He ain't leave me nothing. Now he's African, but he ain't left me nothing. He left the anointing that's on my life, but he left me nothing. So I built it, you know what I'm saying? So I said all of that to say this. That is what we have to do. We have to build it up so that we don't run out of business. Is that like somebody saying, oh man, I'm afraid to drive from New York to California. Why are you afraid to drive from New York to California? I might not have no gas money. Well, guess what? Get the gas money. Are you still afraid to drive when you have a pocket full of money? Are you still afraid to drive when you got $10,000? No, you got a few. You see what I'm saying? So I said all of that to say this, focus on those things so that way you won't run out of fuel. The reason why businesses fail is because they're underfunded. Guess what? Get funded. They don't have the resources. They don't know how to get working capital. They mess up their credit. They jack up their credit. Listen, Donald Trump done filed bankruptcy 11 times. And it ain't just because he's a Caucasian gentleman. It's because his dad taught him how to start a business and a business structure. I see it all the time. Literally, a business can literally be in business one day, close down, and be in business again the next day. Literally. Literally. Change the phone number, change the business, change the email address. You got a brand new, whole new business. Legitimate, straight up entity. So I said all of that to say that needs to be the focus. You don't need to focus on no features. You don't need to focus on no Instagram models. You don't need to focus on no CD covers. You don't need to focus on, ain't none of that. Focus on getting your foundation together. Once you have your foundation together, then you're not just talking out of the air. Then what you're doing is you are strategizing and you are accomplishing. You're not daydreaming. You're not wasting time. You're making it happen. Just get your foundation together. You can do it. Only person stopping you from being successful is you. I'm telling you. Somebody just gave a super chat with some a good question. Sydney says, hey, Dean, as a lease driver, do I have to have a business account for my business, and how should I pay myself? Okay, if you are a lease driver, should you have a business account? Yes, you should have a business account. The way that you get your business account is, I know you're driving, but you're going to have some home time. Are you OTR, or are you regional, or are you local? So whenever you go home, all right, wherever you go home for a week or whatever, take your tail to the bank. While you are away, okay, while you are away, your OTR. Okay, so while you are away, when you are doing your reset, or when you're at the shipper getting loaded, or when you're at the shipper getting unloaded, all that time that you spend on YouTube and all that other time, what I want you to do is during the daytime, when you have the time, when you're getting fueled up, go to the state that you live in, Secretary of State website, create a e-registration, pay. The fee is going to be anywhere from $150 to $200 to become incorporated as a limited liability company, even though you're a company driver, or even though you're a lease driver. That's okay. Do that. Once you have that filing, okay, then what you do is you do the exact, listen, it takes 15 minutes to go to irs.gov, get you an EIN, and that's free 99, costs you absolutely nothing at all. When you get your EIN, they're gonna ask, are you a company or are you a sole proprietor? You put down that you are a LLC or that you are incorporated, whichever one you choose. You take those two items to your bank, you're walking out with a business checking account. There you go. You got your business checking account. You good to go. Now, do you get paid your money on your Comdata card, or do you have direct deposit? How do you get paid? How are you doing it? Let me know how you're doing it. How are you doing it? You gotta let me know. How you doing it? Come on now, talk to me now. This is probably gonna be the last question because my phone about to die. So talk to me now. How do you get paid? Do you get paid direct deposit? You get the Comdata card, company card. Okay. So you getting paid from your Comdata card? Tell them that you don't want to get paid from your Comdata card anymore. Tell them and the only reason why you're getting paid on the card is because you're not set up the right way. Once you get set up the right way, boom, the money is going to instantly go to your business account. You have a debit card with your business account name on it, all right? And out of that debit card, use it for business expenses. Lunch is a business expense. You understand what I'm saying? Food is a business expense. You are a lease company, 9 times out of 10, they're giving you a fuel card. I suggest you get your own fuel card for your business credit purposes, but use your fuel for that. If you OTR, what you need money for? And everything you need money for that's OTR is all a business expense. You want to go get that massage? It's a business expense. Yes. You got to do it the right way. When you're set up the right way, you use your debit card as it's a business expense. If you OTR, I don't know if you have bills you need to pay. I don't know if you have rent that you have to pay at home. If you have a car note you have to pay at home. But they're all business expenses. Best thing to do is to swipe that business debit card. Because guess what? When it's time for you to do your taxes, you ain't got to worry about no receipts. You want to know why? Print out your bank statements. It's all right there. It makes it super duper easy. But okay, so let's say for instance you want to pay yourself. Then a company that I like is ADP. So what ADP does, ADP will set it up automatically. So I don't suggest that you do your payroll until you have at least, let's say, $2,000 into your account. Out of that, I suggest that you pay yourself maybe $200, $500 a week. It depends on what you want to. But what you do is you kind of set it and forget it. So what you do is you put, like, let's say $2,000 in the business account, right? Out of that $2,000 in the business account, then you use ADP. It might be what, $8 or $9 per paycheck that you do yourself, but it's worth it for the paper trail and it's worth it to stay compliant. So what ADP will do is they'll automatically, and even depending on which bank you go to, you ain't even got to use ADP. A lot of times your bank has payroll services. And then what they'll do is they'll automatically set up a direct deposit from your business account to your personal account. And that's it. Super duper 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 super easy. Not complicated at all. But what I like to do, you guys know how I roll. 90% of what you guys see is all business expenses, baby. It's all in the business name. QuickBooks is a good option as well, Brandon. You're right. Brandy, you're right. Not Brandon, but Brandy Williams. You're right. QuickBooks is a good option as well. QuickBooks is pretty cool too. But depending on which bank you go to, you can do it from your bank. I want all 70 of you guys to hit the share button right now. The thumbs up, I appreciate the 70 thumbs up. The thumbs up lets me know you value my content, but sharing it lets YouTube know that you value my content. And YouTube will help my channel grow. So if you find value into this, don't be like Conscious Ether and be selfish. Share it. Secured credit cards are the worst thing that you can do. So somebody said, Jeremy asked, what do I think about secured credit cards? Secured credit cards are the worst thing you can do, Jeremy. Jeremy, next Friday, I'm going to release a course. In that course, take the course. As long as you're not somebody that's trying to learn how to do credit repair, as long as you're not somebody that's trying to peddle credit repair or peddle yourself as a consultant, but you really want to know for yourself, take that course. You will have $15,000 of legitimate, real loans in your personal name, without a personal, without a cosigner that will positively affect your credit. There's something that's called credit mix, and unless you work in banking and finance, you don't know this. Like if you just read a book and you just say, oh, you need to establish credit, you think it's great, and there's nothing wrong with that. You understand what I'm saying? But as a consultant, I mean, no, you don't want to do a secured credit card because it's going to stunt your growth. It's going to, I guess the best way I can describe it is this. You want to know the reason why a lot of companies want to know how much you got paid when you apply for a job? It ain't because they're not curious. They want to know how much they can short you. They want to know if you ever go for a company, they want to know, well, what was your salary before? So they can figure out how to not pay you. The exact same thing with credit. What happens is that people say technically that you're not supposed to be discriminated against. Well, the reality is you're not discriminated against your ethnicity. You're not discriminated against about your sexual proclivity. You're not discriminated against about your location, but you are discriminated against about your credit mix. So if you get a secured credit card that's a high risk, then that means that you're considered a high risk. And the thing about it is that you can have A1 credit. You can be a kid in college, and because somebody said get a secured credit card, now you high risk. And now you want to figure out how come you can't get approved for a Hyundai Accent because you're high risk. And it's because somebody, blind leading the blind. So I said all of that to say, no, you don't want to get secured credit cards. The reason why people get secured credit cards is because they think, oh man, I don't know how to get credit. I don't know how to establish credit. Well, guess what? You found me. I'm going to show you how you can get credit and establish credit that's not going to stunt your growth, that they're not going to play you short.